on.
Oh, get off of me real quick. Just real quick. Don't go crazy.
Oh.
Oh, I'm in the wrong thing. Wait, hold on. How do I make it stop turning different colors? Okay.
To the porno settings.
I just keep trying.
Bo.
Hey, Bo. Can you maybe sit right here? Bo, come here. Come.
Can you lay down?
This is the first time you've ever been still in your whole life. Hi, everybody. We're just gonna do a little get to know us video, and hopefully it's quick. We talk a lot, but who knows? In typical us fashion, we did not plan any of this. Should we turn the TV on behind you?
Behind you in the phone.
Yeah, you in the phone have a TV behind you. I feel like we maybe should have thought of that.
Yeah, I muted it. I don't know why I just didn't turn it off. Okay, grab the skinny remote.
This one?
Yep, and just turn it off. There you go.
Why did you describe it as skinny remote when one is literally a game controller?
I don't know.
It's like an Xbox controller.
Well, if I said grab the non-Xbox one, skinny was just shorter.
It's just remote.
Whatever.
Okay. First fact, Maria puts toothpaste on before water.
That is the dumbest thing to start out with. That's legit how you're supposed to do it. Then you just have dry toothpaste that's like drywall.
But the toothpaste is already.
But it's like thick and
go into
gritty.
your mouth with you have saliva.
Yeah, but why would you like? It's already.
Make the bristles wet to get all the gunk off of it.
You know what? I googled this after we talked about it, and dentists say that it actually is good to, I forget the word, but basically to moisten it up so that it like it.
I think that maybe this is selective research, and I'm going to do my own research.
Do your own research. If anybody sees this video, please.
What do you do? And you're wrong if you do it her way.
Toothpaste before water or toothpaste after water. And we've been friends for 17 years.
I've never noticed it. She posted a TikTok and like on our page, and I was just scrolling through mine, and it came up, and I was like, oh, a cute little video, and I was like, oh. What? Just texted her out of nowhere being like, why do you do this?
Do you put your milk before cereal?
I don't really eat cereal, but I do cereal first.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am weird though. I kind of like cereal soggy, so I let it sit for a while.
That's disgusting. The only good soggy cereal is the mini wheats, or you know what I mean? The like wheat, not Wheat Thins. Wheat Thins is a cracker.
What are they called? Shredded wheat?
No.
I will say I'm like an old person now. The only time I go through cereal kicks now, I want shredded wheat with almond milk and bananas.
That sounds disgusting.
I like it. It was
I
like a treat. That was like my dessert for a long time.
That's a sad life.
We are really off topic.
Okay, let's get to about us other than like weird things about us. Let's start with the basics. Where are we from?
We are from, do we say the town? Does it matter?
I don't think it matters.
We're from Fredericksburg, Virginia. I've lived here my whole life. Maria moved here in elementary school.
Yeah.
And we met in middle school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we were not friends.
No.
Maria was like, I don't know if you guys still have it. Like, if you're a younger person watching this video, we're 28, by the way. So if you're younger than 28, I don't know if it's like the same, but where we were from, at least, and at our age in middle school, everybody was like preppy emo or scene. Like, you were one of those three. And
or jock.
Yeah, but they always hung out with like the preppy kids.
Yeah, that's true.
So they were like all one group. Her sister was like the preppy kids.
Mm-hmm. I
was scene, and she was emo. And so 6th grade, but I feel like in 6th grade, you were definitely dressed in all black, but I wasn't really like, I was wearing Hollister and stuff, so I guess I wasn't like full.
Yeah.
And I was never like, I don't even know if you guys know what like
details.
scene models are and stuff like that from like, or psych models, is that what they were called?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from like MySpace.
Yeah.
I was never like that. I just like wore band t-shirts. We all wore studded belts. We all had bad hair.
I wore, remember that black Vans zip-up hoodie? I think I wore it every day in 6th grade. I had a weird attachment to that. I don't have it anymore, but I think that's what it was. Literally like a Vans hoodie, and I wore it every day in 6th grade with a studded belt and black jeans and Converse. So yeah, but back then, that's something that's different now is like, emo is very like romanticized now, like where people thought it was cool and
yeah, like all of those things weren't like, they weren't like cool or not cool, if that makes sense.
No, they were definitely uncool. The emo kids definitely got picked on hardcore. I got asked if I slit my wrist every single day in school.
Okay,
Jay doesn't know because Jay also hung out with popular kids.
I didn't hang out with popular kids.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
Everybody knew and liked you. You weren't popular, like you weren't one of the preppy kids, but everybody like.
I
kind of
like went in between a bunch of groups.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Yeah,
it. Like,
I didn't have like a set like group I hung out with. It was just like I kind
you
of
were like
hopped
Morgan
around.
and like those
Yeah.
guys. Like
It's because I also
everybody-
played
yeah.
sports.
Yes.
So it's like if you played sports, you like kind of knew everybody.
Yeah, I did not play sports.
And also, yeah, I will say like being emo now is like trendy.
Yeah.
And back then it was like you'd get. People would like make because being emo back then like meant like you were like doing self harm and stuff like that. Yeah,
it literally meant that, but it wasn't the case. So
yeah, but
I was also really quiet and
very quiet,
just kind of weird all
and
around.
that's where we were like total opposite. Hello,
Bo is very into this. He's missed his godmother.
Yeah, he's been so needy ever since I got over.
That was Charlie in the background.
He just really needs some love. He's like, stop talking and just pet me.
I know, you poor puppy.
Sorry, I just like blinked. But yeah, so we technically met each other first in 6th grade, but we were not friends.
Yeah.
In fact, like I didn't hate Maria. I think Maria hated me.
They did hate her.
Yeah, and I was very loud. I'm still a very loud person. But Maria
She threw a lunch pail at me.
She always says that. I think it was like me. Who was it? It was like me and 3 people, and we weren't like being mean to her. It was like we were like joking around with her, and then she was just so bad.
I still remember this day. It was you, Anthony, and like 1 or 2 other people that I don't remember. But yeah, I just didn't really talk a lot.
So we'd like try to get her to talk.
Not really like coax conversation though.
No, like harass her.
I was like. And this is weird. Like, I was the weird, awkward kid in middle school. Like, I'm not trying to downplay that
But
fact.
she had a very popular sister. So it was, like,
did.
everybody... She thinks that, like, we probably were, like, the same level where, like, everybody knew us. You just talked a lot less than I did.
But everybody only knew me because of my sister. Like, I had a popular sister. I didn't do any sports or anything. Everybody only knew me because of my sister, Nicole. And, like, everybody was just amazed at the fact that we were nothing alike. So... If anything, I was like the science experiment. That was because I was a twin and she was popular and pretty and I wasn't. And so one day at lunch, like I did sit alone at lunch a lot. Sounds like a very sad experience. I had friends in 6th grade. I don't think we sat by classes in 6th grade or something like that.
Yeah, like we had like a few classes together. See, I don't remember. I thought that this happened in a classroom, but I don't even remember this.
No, this was definitely at the lunch table. Why else would you have a lunch pail?
I thought you like carried it around.
No, you kept them in your locker.
I couldn't open my locker, so I never used it.
I used it in middle school.
It would lock, and I kept being like, it would not lock. It would like jam. And my teachers thought I was like lying about it. And then one day my teacher had to come help me and it was just jammed. And I was like, this is why I'm late to class. I just stopped using it.
I used it in middle school and I didn't use it in high school.
I don't know. In my head, I always thought that this happened in Miss Carter's. Miss Carter, is that her name? No. Yeah. The history teacher?
Did we have that class together?
I think so.
I didn't think
we
had
had
that
a class together and I think it was that.
I don't remember.
I don't either. We're getting sidetracked again. Anyways.
This is going to be forever.
So we were like, we're going to talk for 20 minutes and cut us off.
Okay, so I was sitting alone at the lunch table. I think we sat by like homerooms or something, so I just didn't really know anybody. I was perfectly happy like zoning out at the window. I also didn't really eat lunch a lot most days, so I was just a kid staring out the window.
That was a thing too then. I don't know if you guys do that now.
Yeah.
But yeah, none of us ate.
Not ever.
I even played sports and like I would eat like a protein, not even protein bar, like a granola bar right before practice, but I would not eat for the rest of the day.
Because kids were brutal. Like they make fun of you when you eat and stuff. That was always my fear. So yeah, I was sitting there staring out at a window and then I just felt like a lunch pail smacked me in the face and I turned around and then she and the other people who were over there were like, hey, we were just seeing if you wanted to talk. And I was like, not really. And they're like, are you okay? You're just staring out the window. And I was like, yeah, it's what I want to do. That was it.
So moral of the story, if you really want to make a friend, you throw a lunchbox at them.
That's not exactly how we became friends, because remember, that was 6th grade year.
I know, but it worked out in the long run.
It did. When we were the weird thing is that when we were going into, you know how you had like orientation before the day of school so you could see your classes?
Oh wait, roll back before we get to this part. Because we did have one mutual friend, which it was my friend from, I think I knew Exora before.
Oh, yeah.
Did we go to I knew Exora for some reason. I don't know if I knew her prior. I don't remember if we went to elementary school together. But I was friends with her. And she was friends with Maria. And Maria had like an end of the school year pool party. And she invited Exora, but didn't want her to like feel like that. Because like it was, I think a lot of like your guy friends in that Exora. So you didn't want her to like be alone. So I was like the plus one.
Yep.
And
I forgot about that. You did come to our end of the year.
Yeah, I did. And because I was also friends with like both groups.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Jay did come to my house in 6th grade for that pool party. And then summer happened.
Like we didn't talk. We weren't friends.
We didn't talk. We knew of each other, and then we went to like 7th grade orientation where you go and like figure out your classes before school starts. We were like the only two walking in the hallway with our moms by our side. I said hi to her, like we waved and said hi. And we walked by and my mom was like, why aren't you friends with her? And I was like, I don't fucking know, because she threw a lunch pail at me. Like, I don't know. And then we were in math class together in the year of 7th grade. This is how we really became friends. There weren't many girls in that class.
It was also, I don't mean this to sound mean, it was like a remediation class. Our school used to put people that were like high scorers into a test full of people that were like into a class full of people that were like really, really low. And literally we were told, like my mom complained because she was like, why is she in this class? And they said like, we need people in there to help the other kids. So me and Maria were like the picks.
Yes, we were in like every single one of those classes.
And it was like
together.
maybe, was it like 8 people in the class? Or was like nobody?
Yeah, in the math class in particular, we were in more classes that year together with the same situation. So we had a couple classes that year together, and then this math class, it wasn't a big class at all, which is unlike the school. But then there was only 4 girls in it, and the 2 other girls were friends already.
And unfortunately for Maria, I sat beside her.
Yes. So it was kind of either be with other kids.
Really, I'm just giving Maria Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah, honestly.
She stayed around.
We ended up being partners. I think the teacher even made us be partners because the other 2 paired up. And then he was like, all right, well, the other 2 girls can pair up too. And it was like, awesome. And we were going over flashcards, and whatever properties we had to go over, you had to like read the description and the other person had to guess what it was. I said...
What was the word?
The word was I feel like I'm going to say it wrong again. Distributive, and I think I said distributive property.
I don't remember. Yeah, we were arguing over the
it was something, yes, it was something about the pronunciation.
And it's just like typical me, like it meant nothing, and I was like, I'm gonna give her shit. I just like that's like how I joke.
She literally was like, no, that's not it. And I was like,
it was like a flashcard game. So
I was like, I know that's it. Like, I was pretty good at math. I was like, I know that's what you're describing. So I said it like 4 times. I'm like, you're lying. That's what it is. And she's like, no, it's not. And she's like being dead serious. And I said, okay, fine. Tell me what it is. And she goes, it's distributive. I was like, that's what I was saying. And she goes, no, you were saying distributive. And I'm like, it's the same damn thing. And so we did end up laughing about it. And then it was history.
And then we were like immediately best friends after that.
Yes, she invited me. Why are middle schoolers so weird? Somehow we got on the subject of cactuses. Cacti.
Oh, I forgot about this
because we also had band class together that year.
We had a lot of classes together that year because then I think we had English class.
We had English, math, band,
and like I don't think I had the same study hall as you. I had a weird thing.
Homeroom.
Yeah, the same homeroom, and then like study halls every year. I've just like wandered into whatever class I want to go into.
And you were always like a teacher's aide.
Yeah, so I would just go hang out with her class.
Yeah. So we ended up seeing each other a lot. We talked about the cactus, and I told her I was going to get her a cactus for her birthday.
I totally forgot about this.
And she invited me to her 12th birthday party, and I did get her a cactus.
And that cactus ended up, I kept it for a long time, and then one day I was like, you guys, like, my cactus got assassinated. And everybody was like, what do you mean? And, like, it would rumble in the middle of the night sometimes, and I was like, that's so weird, is it having seizures? And I would look it up, and I was like, I don't know what this means. And then one morning I woke up, and it literally, like, it looked like it got, like, shot in the head. Like, it was up against the wall, and it was just splattered. I was like, what happened? And I went in, and I told a teacher, I think, because they were like, I was talking about it, and they overheard, and they're like, oh, you had spiders in it. And I was like, what? And they're like, that's why it was rumbling. So apparently it cracked open. She gave me a spider-infested cactus.
On purpose.
She's like, that'll get her.
And yeah, we've been friends ever since.
Yeah.
And
Like, consistent, too. Like, I feel like a lot of people have, like, years where they don't, like, no. We're attached at the hip since 7th grade.
my parents, I don't know what it is for some, like, my parents were pretty strict growing up, so I wasn't allowed to do, like, a whole ton, or, like, they had to, like, meet my friend's parents, or, like, this, and that. Literally, I could do anything as long as they knew I was with Jay. And that was, like, right from the get-go. Like,
yeah, because they hadn't met me, or my parents yet.
They didn't meet your parents until we went to, literally, like, we had been hanging out all year. I had slept over at her house 100 times. She invited me on her family's beach trip to the Outer Banks, so, like, 4 hours away from us. Before my mom met her parents, or my dad, they're like, yeah, you can go. They met her mom, like, while we were packing up the car.
Yeah, the morning we were leaving, they, like, brought cookies, and they're like, nice to meet you
guys.
Mom
sent me with, like, a boatload of cookies and everything. And they're like, have fun. And we used to stay at each other. I used to stay at her house more often, and I mean, like, I feel like it was, like, weeks at a time.
It really was, and we, like, practically, like, if the rare weekend you weren't at my house, I was probably at your house.
My mom would honestly be like, I miss you, like, are you gonna come home? And I'd be like, cool, can Jay stay the night? And her mom, God bless her mom is a saint. Oh my gosh, your mom always had a house full of kids, and we were always up until the whole night making a lot of noise.
Like, till, like, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And it would be not just, like, a few of us. It was my brother's friends, too. So it would be, like, 12 of us in the house. Just yelling. Yeah. Doing dumb stuff all night. We were a really good group of kids. Like, it was, like, a good thing, and she loved it. But, yeah, it was so many. She said she'd wake up in the morning, and she'd just look at the shoes scattered around. That's how she'd know who was at the house.
Yeah. She could tell who was there by the shoes. My parents were not as chill. They would go to bed by 9 o'clock, and I remember, do you remember the night?
Always talk too loud.
Yeah.
I would, like, tell Jay to shut up.
Dad would be texting me from upstairs, because their room was, like, right above our basement, and then be like, go to bed. Do you remember the one night when we stayed up until my parents woke up?
Yeah, we would pretend like we were sleeping.
We didn't even realize, because my parents wake up so fucking early. They've always woken up at, like, 3 or 4 in the morning. And we were downstairs, and I heard my dad's alarm go off. I looked at Jen and was like, pretend you're asleep. Because I knew Dad also had to go into that room, because he had, like, something in the fridge over there. I was like, all right.
It was, like, total opposite, because there, it was like we were going to be in trouble if we did that. At my house, my mom also woke up at 4 a.m. for no reason. And she was like, hey, guys, how you doing? Like, come talk to everybody.
Yeah. So, I love my parents. They were great, but they were not as chill. So, most of the nights I spent at her house. Mm-hmm. And yeah, that's just, we've always hung out multiple times a week sometimes. We talk probably every day.
Yeah, at the very least we send, like,
a
4
TikTok
texts back to text back and forth or whatever. Yeah.
And just, we've always been that way. Mm-hmm. And we said it, if you haven't watched the first video, it's been 17 years. Obviously, we were 11 when we met. We're 28 now.
And it hurts every time I hear it.
It does, yeah.
As a side note, this is not related to this video at all. I had somebody in the gym come up to me the other day. It was, like, somebody that knows my parents, and he was like, oh, how's your dad, blah, blah, blah. And then he goes, so how old are you, like 18, 19? And I was like, thank you. And I was like, I'm 28. And he was like, no way, whatever you're doing is working. And I was like, it's the Botox. And he just laughed at me like I was lying. And I was like, it's the Botox.
That's hilarious. I mean, a couple months ago, I had the woman doing my hair ask what high school I went to.
Look at us, aging gracefully.
Yes.
Can't think of the word.
Yes. Okay, so
yeah, I don't know.
we talked about our friendship, where we're from. I'm originally from upstate New York. Oswego. I moved here. My parents moved us here when we were 8. Really for no reason. Dad just wanted to move south.
It wasn't like a job or anything?
The power plant was doing layoffs, but he just picked Virginia like randomly, and he didn't.
I'm
get
very
laid off.
happy he did.
Yeah, I think
Now
about that a lot. I'm like,
she's
oh.
literally never allowed to leave, and like Cody will be like, "We'll move out of state," and I'm like, "Wrong, sorry, I'm keeping her."
Exactly. Jay is one of the main, probably the only reason that we really stay in the state. Not the only reason, but
like I wouldn't know what to do.
Yeah, my parents live in Myrtle Beach, so they moved 2-3 years ago, and my twin sister still lives in the state. I guess we'll talk about family.
Yeah,
I have 3 siblings. Took me a minute. I'm a little tired. I have a twin sister. As I mentioned, we don't look anything alike. We have like similar features, but she's really tan. She's got brown eyes. We're pretty close, but she lives here. We're half hour apart. And then I have 2 older siblings. And my brother is 10 years older than I am. And my older sister is 13 years older than I am. And we're all very close, all 4 of us. And I've got nephews, 2 nephews from her, and parents and all that jazz. Don't like my straw. Gross. Just gross. Just gross.
He's like, "How dare you?" Yeah, mine's a lot simpler. I just have an older brother, so it's my mom, my dad, and my older brother. And I'm from Virginia, grew up here, and all of my extended family is also in Virginia. Not in Fredericksburg. None of my extended family lives in Fredericksburg, but they're all like the Loudoun County, like the little towns near Loudoun County.
Yeah, your family's all within a few hours here. Mine's not. I don't have a ton of extended family anymore.
Don't you in New York? Well, you have your cousins and stuff in New York.
Yeah, I have like a couple of cousins and like an aunt and stuff in New York. My grandma's in Myrtle Beach with my parents, but yeah, that's family wise.
Yeah, family
Cody's
right here. Me.
My family. My family.
Every time I come over, my mom will still be like, "Tell Maria I love her, I miss her." And then like we still, like every year my family goes to the Outer Banks for a week. And every year she's like, "Well, you should just see if Maria can like stop by for a couple days at least."
I know, I need to. I also went to the Outer Banks with them every single year. Mm-hmm. Really up until the year we were planning our wedding. It was that year. I mean, obviously it was a wicked busy year, but we were planning the wedding and building the house. They planned a wedding
and built the house at the same time. It was hectic.
And I was still planning to go, and then a couple months beforehand I was like, I just can't do it. And that was what, 2019, I guess? So from the time we were 11 until the time, up until about 4 years ago, I went with them every single year. And I need to start doing it again. I do. Yes, I know. You want to go to the beach?
Play on the beach with us? And yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there's a lot more, but you guys will find out as you follow us. And, well, because we just ramble. So we're obviously going to tell stories in like every vlog because we just can't shut up.
We have a lot of history.
Yeah.
And I feel like I'm blanking out now.
Yeah, too. I don't know. I think that's good. Like, that's a good little intro. Maybe we'll do more, and like, when we have more subscribers, we'll like do like a Q&A or something if people want to know more. But that like gives a little basis. Yeah. I can't talk today. I'm really sorry, guys.
I know.
It gives a little like intro to us, and they'll learn more eventually. Yeah,
the first vlog gives some intro too, but I guess that's more of an in-depth story of how we met.
Yeah.
Our families and whatnot. That's really about all I feel like people need to know.
Yeah. You guys got to see his creepy thing. That's what I end it. It really grosses me out for some reason. But yeah. Bye guys.
Bye.